Hi and welcome to Stamping with me tonight. I'm Teresa. If you haven't come on before, welcome. Love seeing new people come up. Just give you a few minutes for some others to get on. Tonight I want to give you a sneak peek of what's coming in January with our Occasions Catalogue, and I've picked out just one series of it's a beautiful one, and it's also going to be my class for next Thursday night. So next Thursday, I should say, at 1 p.m. So instead of watching it, you can come and make it, and that's exciting. So we'll be starting in a minute. I don't expect too many people on here tonight because probably a lot of people are away on holidays and that. So I'm going to get started and just share things with you. And if you come on, give me a hello, a wave, a thumbs up, a love heart. Love to hear from you. So tonight we have got our new Occasions Catalogue starting on the 3rd of January. Now I still can't share anything inside here, but I am going to share some of the products with you that I received in the last week, and yeah, it's a very exciting time. So we will make some cards tonight. So I'm going to just pop, sorry about my hand, I'm just going to bring the camera down so that you can actually see, hopefully, what I'm doing. Just get it right. Okay, so this is our beautiful set. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's Forever Lovely, and it's just, this is the stamp set, and it's just absolutely beautiful. We'll be working with the stamp set tonight, and also the die cut. Now this is going to be a great set because you will get your 10% off this as a bundle in January. So it's something to look forward to. Also, it comes with these beautiful little love hearts, and these little, you can actually colour these with your blender pen, so they're really lovely. They're very clear and you can colour them. Also come with a combo pack of ribbon, which is really beautiful, and we're going to use the the really thin one tonight, Flirty Flamingo, I had to think of it, and the lovely lipstick are the two colours. So I'm going to use the small one tonight, and this is the designer series paper. I'm hoping you're getting a good view there because sorry, it's very hard to see. So the designer series paper is absolutely gorgeous too, and ours is always double-sided, which is really gorgeous. So I really love this. It's got like a silver through it, or a soft suede. It's got beautiful colours through it. So we will be using this throughout January as well. So that's gorgeous. Okay. So tonight's card, we're going to start, and to die for is our embossing folder, this lace embossing folder. And this is the one of the things we're going to start with tonight. So I've used our new rectangular stitch framelits, and these are actually coming in our Occasions Catalogue too. And as you can sort of see, they're all stitched around the outer edge. They're all different sizes. Beautiful. I've been waiting for these to come. Absolutely great sizes. So this is the one I'm using tonight. Comes in here, and that one's in there. So you can sort of see there's lots of different size framelits there to use in our stitching. So I've actually cut already one out because it just saves a little bit of time. Is that a good spot for you? I've just got to find out. So the stamp set also is like a two-step. So you're going to come through with your flowers and your leaves. I like to start with the leaves and then come in with the flowers, but some people like to start with the flowers and then come in with the leaves. So we'll start with the flowers and we'll come in with the leaf on this one. How's that? Do it just a little bit different to what I normally do. We're going to use the Flirty Flamingo ink, which is really lovely. And I'd probably stamp off also. So I'm just going to turn my card around, and I'm just going to stamp off a little bit, and I'm just going to come in onto my card here. Beautiful. And it's quite pretty, this one. I really like the colour on this, and you get different shades on this, but that's because of the stamp. That's the way the stamp goes. It's different shades with the stamp. Okay, then I'm going to use smoky slate. I love the smoky slate. It's a really great contrast if you don't want to use a green. And you have to actually line these up. So once again, I'm just going to ink it up. I'm just going to stamp off a little bit. And we're going to line up this curvy bit here to the flower here, and this one around this flower, and the center of the flowers in the center of these sort of circles. So I'm just going to line that up for you. And once you've got it where you think you want it, you just press down. Okay. And it's really, really sweet. It's very light and I like it. It's very dainty. Now we're going to also use the words wishing you well from the Lasting Lily. And this is a celebration stamp set. So when you spend your $90, you can actually receive this one for free in January. That starts in January the 3rd. So I'm just going to ink up this, and I'm going to use the dark grey, or the basic grey. Where did I put that basic grey? Over here. It's hiding on me. Okay, so I'm going to use the basic grey for the writing. And I like to also just give it a little bit of a trial run and see if I've got it pretty well on here. Wishing you well. And just line our card up a little bit and just pop it in there. Really lovely. So it's got some beautiful words. It's a sympathy one, this Lasting Lily. It's got sympathy, it's got thank you. It's just a beautiful stamp set, and it's a free one, and I just love it. It's just love the whole stamp. Okay, so now we're going to come across to our big shot. And I'm going to bring the big shot over so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Okay, so with our new embossing folders, these thicker ones, you need to place your cardstock into it. So line up roughly where you want your pattern to be. And I'm sort of doing it in between the lines there, hopefully. So in between this line pattern here. And you will not need, you won't need this. You'll just need your platform. Then your embossing folder, because they're thicker, and just one silicone mat, one cutting mat, I should say, sorry. Don't know why I was thinking silicone mat. Make sure they're nice and straight, and then just wind it through your big shot. Always make sure that it folds to this end, the first end as you're going through, so you don't stretch your embossing folder and split it at the end. How beautiful is this? This is a beautiful, beautiful lace. So I'm just going to pop all this back over here out of the way. Okay. How gorgeous is that? I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can see the pattern, but I'm just going to share the pattern on here again with you because it is absolutely beautiful. It's got like little scallops and little flowers. If you sponge this, you'd get a real definite pop out. But I'm not going to sponge it tonight. I'm just going to do the card. So I'm just going to fold my card over in half. And I like to just make sure that they're lined up. Use my foam folder, and then I'm just going to nail this straight to the card. Just make sure you always have it the way you want it. so that you don't have your card upside down. It can easily happen. The thing that I like about this also is that you can use it either way. It's really pretty both ways, and I'll do some in white wool emboss on one night because it's just absolutely gorgeous for a background. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on there, and should have put my ribbon around it first, shouldn't I? That was a bit silly. Just going to quickly lift that up and tie my ribbon. Sorry about that, someone's tried calling me. I am so sorry. Okay, so we're going to bring our ribbon through there, and I'm just going to tie it in a little bit of a knot in the center. And everyone says when they've got big fingers they find it really hard, but we're not going to do a bow or anything, we're just going to do it like this. Then we're going to actually use some dimensions on the back of this, and I've got my little dimensions here at the moment, so I'm just going to put 6 of these little ones on. I hope you can see what I'm doing, and been enjoying this warm weather that we've been having. It's been quite warm. Good time to get outside and have a bit of a early morning walk and sit inside when it's really hot doing cards. That's what I reckon anyhow. So yeah, my work's early done in the morning, and then I can sit down and play in the afternoon when it's really hot, that hot time of day. You can do it on a bit of an angle, or you can do it straight. It's entirely up to you. Depends whether you're an angle person, straight person. And then just trim your ends off a little bit on these. So that's our first little card. Now it's very simple and very gorgeous. So it's a gorgeous little simple card, but I want to share with you another technique, because you can do so much with this stamp set. I just love it. And I'm going to work on glossy paper. Now glossy paper is a little bit different to work on, because you have to be very careful and stamp off, and be careful because it sticks to it, and it also smudges, but it's enjoyable using. I love it still. So I'm using the Flirty Flamingo again, and I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just going to come in towards the top and just hold down for a few minutes. Now you will need to hold your cardstock, because it will lift up, stick to it. So once again, stamp off, and then I'm just going to come in and finish the edge off. Now this is going to be our class next Thursday. If anyone would like to book in next Thursday to the class, please give me a call and book your seat. And it starts at 1 p.m. We make 3 cards. You get a cuppa and something to eat, and it costs $20, and we have a lot of fun. But you must book so you get a seat. Okay, so I'm not doing it all even. I'm doing it a bit wiggly wobbly around, so I'm going to come back in with that one now. And if you don't stamp off, you can sort of see it gets a bit dark. And that was that one there, the bottom one. Okay, so that was really nice doing that. Now you've got to actually line up your top one, and I'm going to use the Old Olive this time, just to share a little bit something different. Okay, now I love this because it's got little flowers, little leaves, little fan type things, little curls. It's really gorgeous. Now you've got to line this up, so just line it up to where it suits, and you might have to turn it around a little bit, but that's okay. Just turn it around until it fits you. Okay, now if it's too dark, you can always stamp off. Okay, so you can stamp off a little bit and line it up again, and you sort of see that the pieces will fit into one another. you'll get your little leaves and that all coming into little sections. Okay, now we've done a little bit over this side this time, so we need to line up, and I like to get that flower and the little stem, and that's my sort of little guideline on this one, is that little flower and stem, and then everything else seems to fit into place. Okay, so, and then stamp off a little bit if you don't want it really dark. Once again, line up all your pieces and then stamp down. Okay, and keep doing that until you've done all your sections. And one more over this side, and I'll just stamp off a little bit, and that's just that one over here. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to add, we've got some little love hearts, so I'm going to add some little black love hearts because I've used the base, or the matte, a black on this one, but you can use whatever colour you want, but I'm just going to do some little love hearts. Now you do have to be very mindful with these that you don't smudge them. It's so easy to smudge on glossy paper. Make sure you're holding your glossy paper down because you do it does lift up with it, so you do need to hold it down a little bit. Now this will smudge really easy, so I did take the liberty of making one a bit earlier because it takes a few minutes for this to dry. So I did make one up a little bit earlier, and I'm just going to put that aside to let it dry. And we used the Love You out of our beautiful stamp set, Forever Love. It's got Love You here, so we use this one. This one would make a really great Valentine's one for a husband to buy for his wife. But you could make it for him to give to his mother even. Would be really nice. And then we're going to punch out a black in the next size up, which I have done before. Now I did this a little bit earlier because otherwise it smudges. So we're just going to snail that onto our circle, onto here. Then we're going to place our ribbon around, and this is how it ends up. This is the dry one. It's really lovely. Oh, so sorry about that. I hope we're still going. Isn't it terrible when people know I do live Facebook but I still get phone calls? Okay, so this is the card that's just been done, and that's a nice simple one too, and it's just layering, which is really beautiful. So we've got our beautiful card, Wishing You Well, and we've got Love You, and they're using the same stamp sets but for different themes, you know, like Get Well cards and a Love You card. Now the next card we're going to do is we're going to use the die cut. Where's my die cut's gone? Over here. So they're the rectangle ones, we don't want them. So the ribbon we have been using is out of the All My Love combo pack, is the thin ribbon that we've been using in this combo pack, and it's really lovely to buy a whole set and be able to make lots of different cards with it. Okay, so sorry about my arm again. So we're going to use this die cut, and it's really gorgeous. It's just going to pop it on the green. You might be able to see it a little bit better. This one's got some beautiful lacy pieces in it, and I just love it. It's got flowers and little corner bits and cut off pieces and little corners and flowers that cut around the stamps and the leaves and that. It's really lovely. But I'm going to use this edge piece and just share with you a simple little card. It's not hard, it's just simple. And then I'm going to give you a couple of sneak peeks of what's coming up in some classes. Okay, so we need our big shot for this, and I'm going to just move that so I don't mess it up. Okay, so we're going to use our big shot. Now, the one thing that I have found a lot using the big shot, using our plates, we need to put our thin die applicator on, and then our cutting plate, and then our glossy paper. But I have found using glossy paper with our other plate, you end up with marks on the glossy paper, and that's really a shame. Or you get marks on your white cardstock, which is really a shame. So what I am going to share with you tonight is place your die where you want it. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Place my die on here. I hope you can see that. And then the brown paper that you get, that packs all your stamps when you get them, just place that over the top of that. And then anything that's on your cutting plate will not get on your beautiful white glossy paper. And then we just wind that through. And because this is a cut one, I am going to wind it through just a couple of times to make sure that it has cut, because the glossy paper is just a little bit thicker. It's like a card, not it's like a card, it's not like just thin paper. So you can sort of see that has cut really well. And it also, on this one that I love, it also does embossing. So not only are you getting a beautiful cut texture, but you're also getting an emboss. Now, if you get all this sticky on here, and if you don't want it to stick, you can rub your embossing buddy over the top of that, which I forgot to do, but you can do that. And I'm just going to pull it out from the back. Okay, so you can, if you do other colours, you can keep these bits and put them into these, but you can sort of see how beautiful this is. Okay, so I'm going to keep that there for a minute. I'm just going to get my paper snips, and I'm just going to trim straight across to where it started, and the same on this side, just trim it across. Okay, so you can sort of see we've got this beautiful lace bit. Just make sure that you pop out all the little bits that need to be popped out before you glue it down. And all around here is embossed leaves and quills. It's absolutely gorgeous. It'll look beautiful in colour or embossed up, but we're just going to use Pool Party tonight, and we're just going to snail that onto there, but I'm just going to put some ribbon around before I do that. And we're going to use this gorgeous, I just love this gorgeous ribbon. It's white, and I'm just going to put it across here so you can see it's white with polka dots. It's absolutely gorgeous. It feels absolutely divine. And I'm just going to pop this in and tie it around. Okay, just going to cut that. And that polka dot one is in our main catalogue, if I remember correctly. I'm sure it is. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this here. Now, once again, I keep it very simple into a knot, not so much a bow. A lot of people have trouble tying bows, so a nice knot is just as nice as a bow. And we're just going to pull that through, and you can sort of see that that is absolutely, just dresses it up a little bit. Now you can colour all this like I said, but we're going to keep it plain and simple. Okay, so we're going to snail this down. Oh. I don't snail behind the die cut area, just on the solid area. Just place that down, then get your card. Fold it over. Now, I don't normally put a saying on mine, the ones that I make for myself. I don't normally put a saying on here, because this one could be a get well card, it could be a happy birthday, happy anniversary, it could be a wedding, it could be a deepest sympathy, it could be so many different cards. So I normally have a collection in a little box with no writing on them, and then when I need one for that special occasion, I can actually put what I want on it. There's nothing worse than going to the box and you've got everything but what you're looking for. So it's good to keep some blank ones. And that is just so gorgeous. Now you can colour up the ribbon as well, so with your blenders, so you can actually change the colour of this ribbon to different colour spots on it. But that's just a very simple little card also. So there are our 3 cards that we've made tonight. I'm just going to pop this up. Hi Jenny Dix, how are you? I'm so glad people are on here watching. So this is our first little one, if you didn't actually get to see it, our last little one I should say. And I'm not quite sure where the other 2 cards are. They're right here. The Love You one. It's all using the same stamp set and die cut, which is coming out on the 3rd of January for our Occasions Catalogue and our Celebrations Catalogue. Now I'm just going to share with you an occasion and a celebration that's coming out, and the stamp set is in our Occasions, but I've actually done my own theme on this, and the teapot and cup die cut is actually a celebration. So once you spend $180, you actually can get the die cut to go with the stamp set, so you can get that free. But I've actually put a scene on mine myself, so this was one of the classes that is coming up. It's an easel card. That's a beautiful one. We also have our gingham paper and one of our other stamp sets, and I'm not going to name all the stamp sets just yet, but this is gorgeous. This is one of our kids cards classes coming up. Well, you can bring kids along to this class. This is a mother or a father and child, or a grandmother, or sometimes I have a mother, grandmother and a heap of children, which is fine. You just need to book in, and this one I've done my own background with one of the stamps, so that's really lovely too. These are more simpler ones. And another one for our kids is our dog, and I've just done a few different ways. I've made a little Dalmatian, a little pup, and I've done a mirror image. So these will be happening, so keep an eye on my class on Teresa Brown Stamping .net. Thank you. And you will get to see all the classes that are coming up. So we've got classes starting next Thursday on the 3rd, and then Saturday the 5th is for beginners. And beginners, when I say beginners, these are people that have never stamped before, never made a card before, but really would like to have a go. This is a free class to just come along and see if you like it. And if you like it, then you can slot into one of my classes. If you don't like it, well then that's fine too. But then if you want to join and get 20% off, you also, when you join up, you get this beautiful tote bag. I just absolutely love it. And we've also got our beautiful bag for our stamper artists now too, which matches, so that's really gorgeous. So there's lots happening in January, and I wanted to share just a few things, because I noticed a lot of people have been sharing things, and I like to keep it closer to the time. But Facebook, there's a lot of stuff on, and Pinterest, there's a lot of stuff on. So, and how can you not like a stamp class? So I agree with you. So please come along to that on the Thursday, the 10th. We've got classes for demonstrators as well as customers, so if you're a demonstrator and you'd like to come along to that class, feel free to come along. You must book in though. Please ring me. My phone number is 0409 533 925. It is below, so I have put it down below. Our December hostess code has finished, so thank you to everyone that placed orders with me online. I am becoming more of an online business than doing parties, but if you want a party, I'm more than happy to still come and do that for you. I love still doing them, but a lot of people are busy and they like to do more online ordering and just ask their friends to order. And look, when you've been stamping, some of my customers have been with me 10 years or 12 years even, they don't want parties all the time, and I understand that. So feel free to have a catalogue party, that's fine by me too, and people can order online. The hostess code goes out into your name and you get all the benefits, so that's another way to get some free product as well, and you get bonuses during celebration in the 3rd of January. Okay, our time's up again. I can't believe how quick half an hour goes. So lovely seeing you all. Thank you for coming on. I hope you all have a very happy new year, and hope you survive the next few days with our hot weather. And thumbs up and big love hearts to all of you, and we'll see you next Thursday night. And don't forget, if anyone wants to come to classes, book in next Thursday. I have some vacancies, so book in. Okay, bye for now.